Hello, hello, everyone. It is Brenda here for Stamplicity, and it is What's Up Wednesday. It's a little different for this evening. No kind of playing with product tonight, but I'm going to show you what happened in Vegas. There's a saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Not this time. I have brought it all home and I've completed about 95% of it, and I'm here to share it with you. All right. And it's a lot, guys. So I hope you are sitting back and relaxing because I have lots and lots to show you. So hello, hello. I see everyone jumping on, saying hello. This is really exciting. So let me, as people are finding us and jumping on, let me just talk about the show that I went to in Vegas. It was not a planned one. I was not going to this show. The last year when we went to this show, we found it very expensive to go, and I opted not to go this year. That was my decision, and I kind of dug in my heels, and that was my decision. However, as you know, I've been collaborating on a project to honor my friend Sharon from Buffalo Stamps and Stuff, and it all kind of fell together, and the product that we had made in honor of Sharon was going to be ready for this show, and because of the idea that kind of stemmed from me, thank you to Wendy, they wanted me to present it, so hence the reason it was kind of a quick decision on going to Vegas and going to the show. So I thought, well, if I'm down there doing the presentation for the die, Sharon Scissors, I might as well be there for the educational component as well as the trade show. So there I went. Off to Vegas I went. So I apologize. It was kind of a hush hush thing. It wasn't. It was just because it just fell into place over the last couple of weeks. So anyways, it was a fabulous event. I had such a good time. A little bit different from last year. They heard some of our concerns from last year's show, and they've improved the show, and I had a wonderful time. I actually had three shows when I was down there. All right, three. The first show was on Sunday, which was Celebration of Craft, that was put on by Spellbinders, and OMG, amazing. And you'll see by the samples I show you. And then Monday, because I'm part of Crafters Home, we have our special showcase event, which was like, I think, 8 classes in one day, put out by some of the vendors for only Crafters Home. So these things were exclusive to us. And then we had Craft Utopia, which was Tuesday and Wednesday, which was a bunch of classes from like 8 in the morning till 6 at night. And then the trade show happened then on Thursday and Friday, but I came home on Friday. So it was a very busy week, and as you will see through my samples and such, I was very productive. So, trade show, I was a mad woman on the floor, and I placed so many orders. Like I said, what budget? We always have good intentions when we go for these shows, but you never know what you're going to see and what you're going to find and what's so awesome, and then you got to have it all. So some really cool stuff coming your way. So I'm going to go through each of the companies that were there, some of the projects I did. If I have catalogs, I will flip through some of them. Some of them I can't because of time. All right, the release dates and such. Um, and I also have some class announcements as well. So let's get on with it. And welcome to Stamplicity's Vegas Showcase. All right. So let's get started, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Now, there's no order in these. I honestly packaged these up all by company, and I'm just grabbing the package from my left hand and going through it, and we'll place it on my right hand side. So, okay. So first up, I have Pink and Main. Now, Pink and Main has found a home in Stamplicity just recently, probably the last couple years. For those that were looking for the foiling machine, like the laminator style, we always get them from Pink and Main. So they are coming back in stock. And they have some really interesting products here. Now, I don't know what I have here to show you. Not a whole lot, but we do love their foiling. So it's different from the glimmer foil. It's a laminator style, so that means you need toner based paper, toner based prints, and they have some really lovely new prints coming in. This is one of them. All right, so the ones that we have coming in are more of a bee themed and sunflower theme. So this is coming in. It's shipped today, so it'll be here next week. So this is one of them, which is really, really lovely. All right, so really quick and simple cards. And that's got done with the gold tinsel foil on there. You can see how reflective that is. It's beautiful. All right, so that's one of the new kind of toner panels that are coming out. But one of the things we did in one of our classes, and this may seem kind of weird for a class, but I am so appreciative of this. It is a sample sheet of their foils, which I get excited about this. I love to be able to see all the different in real life. And when we have swatches like this, it makes it so much easier to order. And it also makes it easier for you when you come into the store and you want to look at the swatches that you can actually see real life samples of them. All right. So these are all the foils that Pink and Main have. I did not realize they had so many. You will notice that there are two at the bottom here that are not filled in. That means they're coming this year. But these are all the different laminated foils that you can get to work with their Mink machines. There are some beautiful ones here. And I ordered some new foils for the store. All right, so they'll be in our order. Don't ask me what I ordered. I do know I ordered this one, which I thought was really cool, this log cabin one. All right, it's got a wood grain effect to it. I don't know what else I ordered. I just got like wowed by all the shiny stuff, and I'm just like, I'll have this one and this one and this one and this one. So it'll be a surprise when my order comes in as to what I really ordered. But the swatch sheet is available here. If you come in, you can take a look at this, especially if you have the Mink laminator foil machine, and you can pick your foils and we'll get them in if we don't have them in stock. All right. Now I do have another sample somewhere, but it's not with my Pink and Main, and I'm not sure where it is, but when it comes, I will show you. One new thing that's coming in from Pink and Main is that they're going to be doing planners. Yes, planners. So they have these beautiful, and I don't think I have pictures of them. Let me just see what's in here with my order form. Oh, I guess I can show you some stuff here. Yes. Let me show you. Yes, I do have pictures. All right. So this was their May release, which I didn't get in, but it was really kind of focused on strawberries. So some of this collection is coming in. I can tell you we're getting this die. We're getting this cute ladybug die. I got to tell you that. We're getting these, that's a stamp set. And I think we're getting these little guys in as well. All right. But that was May's release. Let me show you what July's releases, because this is more updated. There is the July release, and it's really bee and honeycomb themed. So we've got this coming in, we've got this coming in, we've got this coming in. I think we got this coming in. I think we got this coming in. This is the other sample I wanted to show you, but these are toner sheets that have a matching stencil. It is beautiful when it's done. And when I find my sample, you'll see that as well. And then I've gotten these foil bowls here. We've got the kind of the little die cut foil bowls. We've got the honeycomb. We've got that sunflower I showed you. So they will all be in next week. But this is what I really wanted to show you is they're kind of stepping up and they're going into the planner world. All right. So these are their planners. They measure, I want to say just over 8 by 8. Maybe they're 9 by 9, but they're really well made. And they're not leather, but they look like leather. And so they have this lovely scalloped folder on top. It comes in red, the teal, the black, and the camel. Or no, that's gold. Gold. But they also have the planner sheets. All right. So they have the bullet paper as well as the graph paper. You can get little page protectors as well. They have monthly dividers in different arrays of colors and designs. They have planner stickers, then they have a bag and a pencil case, and then your little keychains as well. So this is new for Pink and Main. The planners were really well made. So maybe we might do something with them. Maybe we will start carrying them. The purpose of this video here is that you can say yay or nay. That doesn't mean you're committed to anything. I just need to gauge the interest in things. So if you kind of think these are kind of cool, then tell me. I appreciate the comments, and I look at each and every one of the comments and take it into account. You help me order. Even though I put my orders in, there are still orders to be done in terms of additional products, and I'm going to base that on the reception I get from all of you watching, whether you're live or on the replay. Please, please, please comment. All right. So anyways, this was new from Pink and Main, which I thought was really, really interesting. But like I said, we do have now a swatch sheet of all the foils. Look how pretty that is. And you can take a look at them, especially if you have one of those laminator foil machines. All right, so that was Pink and Main. I did actually have a class with them, but I had a lovely chat with them. I always love to sit down and chat with Libby, who had her son there, which was interesting to meet Carter. He's doing like a little apprenticeship with her, so it was really cute. All right, so I did have a class. I got to catch up with my good friend Katie Petit from Arden Creative Studio. As you know, Katie designed for 49 Market, and now she's gone out on her own. So we kind of talked about the latest collection, which was the page starters. So we have this in store already, and I do have an album coming out with this. I'm just finishing up on that, but we do have this already. You've seen these elements. All right, we did some quick kind of layered cards with her, really quick and simple, but I do have a little sneaky peek of her Christmas collection, and yes, we have classes booked for this. All right, so I'm going to give you a little preview of this. This does not release till the end of the month, but you can kind of get a little sneaky peek of the colors and patterns. There is a 6x8 and a 12x12. I am totally in love with this because of those dark teals mixed in with the red. What's cool about the 6x8 pad is on the back they have these punch outs. All right, so they are little sentiments and such, which is really cool, and they just punch out, which is awesome. All right, you got 3x4s in there. All right, and some really great Christmas patterns. Love, love, love. So that's a little sneaky peek. They also have these are the page the ephemera pack, all right, from Season of Joy. I'm just giving you a little sneaky peek of that one. So we got frames and sentiments. We did do a couple of little kind of album pages really, really quick. Honestly, I think these took me 2 seconds because of the elements of her page starters. And that was the whole premise behind these page starter lines, to make it really quick and simple to do. And these are just to stick my photo underneath there and I'm done. All right. But everything works so well together. But those, I mean, honestly, very, very quick. So that is the new or a little sneaky peek of Season of Joy from Arden Creative Studio. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. So my order has been placed. It will be here. Either it's released on July 25th or July 27th. I can't remember, but it will be here. It's beautiful. Does the Pink and Main foil work with Better Press? No, it's a different type of foil. Good question, though. Thank you, Glenna. No, there's a different, so yeah, there's two different kind of glimmer or foil machines. There is the heat activated, which is the glimmer machine from Spellbinders, where you heat the plate, and the foil is heat activated, where the other one is a toner based, and it's like a laminator. All right. So it's two different types of machines and foils. So all right, then Paper Rose. Paper Rose has some really unique things coming through. This was a little make and take I made with them. This is from their recent line. All right, it's all fruits and vegetables, but a very quick and simple card. I love their embossed die cuts. All right, if you've never seen Paper Rose die cuts, they're awesome because they have that embossing to them. It looks like they have clear embossing on there, so it gives it a little texture on there, but just a cute little card that I made with them. This is the showstopper, though. They're coming out what they are called junk journal kits. All right, this is my type of junk journaling. All right, so Michelle will take a bunch of scraps and make something beautiful with it. I can't do that, but I need to have a plan. And Paper Rose is doing this. So this comes in a little kit, and basically it's all these little punch out elements. They will come into like 8.5 by 11 sheet. You punch them out. They have all the score lines and the tabs and all that, and you just build your own junk journal. Now this one here, because it was a make and take, they didn't give me the additional papers to put on the inside, but you can see there's flips and folds, there's pockets, there's tags and such. And you can make your own little junk journal. And if you're really good at this, you could probably make two from one package. You can see there's pockets, and like I said, I just took a lot of elements and just kind of stuck them in there. But there's little bees. So we do have these ones on order. I just think they're a really cute little junk journal, cute little brag book as well, but really simple to put together and nice heavy printed paper. It's like a really heavyweight cardstock. I want to say it's 300 GSM, so it's really nice and thick. All right, so look forward to it. There are two different types coming in, this kind of bee themed one, and then a walk in the park, which is one of their latest releases, with soft pinks and all that. So they should be arriving within the next couple weeks. I think they're going to be fun to work with. All right. So those are these cute little junk journals. This was a freebie that they gave me, which is part of their latest collection called Strawberry Friends. Strawberries are a big thing right now. All right, just saying. But again, these are what the embossed die cuts look like. If you're not familiar with them, they're perforated. You just punch them out. And like I said, they have that embossing on there, which is really cool. Makes it really quick and simple. So tell me if you like the Strawberry Friends, because I did not order this. If you like it, I'll get it in. There's pattern paper to go with it. It's cutesy. There's 12 by 12, 6 by 6. There's basic patterns. There are quick and simple card kits as well. And then, of course, the embossed die cuts. All right. So let me know your thoughts on the Strawberry Friends. All right. We will have an exclusive Paper Rose paper collection coming in. I think it will be shipping at the end of this month. And it is holly something, holly time, I think. It is Christmas. It's very traditional Christmas colors. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. I did place my order for that one. All right. So that is Paper Rose. Now, Paper Rose, if you did not know, is an Australian company. So it's always fun to meet up with them. And then Art and Creatives, just that's from the UK as well. So just to let you know that. All right. So that was Paper Rose. All right. This one's really cute. This is I'm gonna put these two together, Trinity Stamps as well as Pear Tree Blossom. They are two separate companies, but they are friends that own them. We have Amanda from Pear Blossom Press, and then or Pear Tree Blossom. I always forget the name of it. I always get mixed up. Pear Blossom Press. And then Tanisha, who is from Trinity Stamps. All right. They are friends. Their products kind of work together. This is one of the little cute little classes I made. All right. Look at it. It's a little barbecue grill. How sweet is that? We got steak and burgers and hot dogs going on. But take a look, everyone. All right. So it is a card. All right. It will open up. All right. So it's a fun little shaped card. Yes, we have this on order. And I'm going to talk about we've got the die to make the little barbecue, the bird's eye view. We've got the hamburger, the hot dog, and the steak. And then there is a coordinating stencil. You don't need it, but it really adds to it. This is the stencil. Now it looks like nothing, but it makes all the grill marks on your proteins. All right, so there's that. Now this one here is the charcoal underneath. You can see that I have it stenciled underneath there. How cute is that? But wait, it gets better. Are you ready? Here we go. So all of this is made from Trinity Stamps, but what makes this unique is from Pear Blossom Press. Uh-oh, it's not working. It's because I forgot to take this out. All right. Look at my barbecue is lit up now. It's cooking. It's cooking. All right. So we've incorporated one of those easy lights from Pear Blossom Pear Blossom Press in there, and now it's a very interactive card. How stinking cute is that, isn't it? Ah, I love it. This would have been perfect for Father's Day, but you know what? It's summer. It's summertime now. It's grilling time, and I just think that's a fabulous, fun little card. So we have everything like this on order. All right, so that is from the Great Grilling, that's what it's called, light up card, all right, with Trinity Stamps and Pear Blossom Press. How fun is that? I could sit here and play all day. All right, but we have to move on. All right, what else did I do? All right. So, one of the make and takes I did with Trinity Stamps. Look how stinking cute this one is. You thought that barbecue was cute. Look at this guy. Yes, Christmas is coming, everyone. We've got a lot of Christmas on order. Now, this is a couple of different products from Trinity. One is the Snow Globe Card Maker Kit. All right, so we'll actually cut your card base as a snow globe. Then you've got all the little pieces to make the snow globe. The little bunny and the trees come from a stamps and die set. And honestly, I wasn't going to get this one until I saw the full stamp set, and it has a hockey player on it. So I got it. So it's coming in. So we've got the little figure skater, and then we've got the hockey player, which is super cute. We always get people asking for hockey stuff. So we made sure. All right. So what makes this unique? This is one of those slide on over cards. All right, so you can see that the little figure skater, there is a new product on here. Now when we make these slide on over cards, and that's what I mean, the images will slide on over. We used to use like pennies or the little clear bingo discs and such. Pear Blossom Press has these little fun little snaps, and let me see if I can just pull my bunny off without wrecking it, because this is super. I should have grabbed just one that was by itself. Everyone, like, stick your tongue out to the left and just help me pull this off without damaging. Oh, the snap came off. Awesome. Even better. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so it's a two-piece little contraption here. All right, it's a plastic disc with like a little stem on it, and it really glides nicely on the paper. Right, no friction, no nothing. And then you stick that in there, and then you have the top part, this little disc, and that just pops right on and it snaps together. Okay, snaps on, and that slides so nicely. Look how nicely. No more pennies, no more of those little bingo discs and all that. There's no friction whatsoever. And it's going to make your slide on over cards so much easier. All right, we got them on order. They won't be here until probably the beginning of August. All right, they're still in a pre-order status. All right, so then once you have that on, then you're just going to put a glue dot. Now you can use a regular glue dot, but we did get the glue dots from Pear Blossom Press because they're going to be that much better, because they were meant to work with that product. And then you're going to stick on your little element there, and now your little element will slide on over and do little cartwheels and such. All right, super fun interactive card, and those sliding discs are awesome. And I think they sell in a package either of 10 or 12, and I think they're going to be really awesome. Okay, now the other thing I want to show you on, oh, okay, I found the Pink and Main card. The other thing I want to show you on here is from Trinity. And you tell me, I didn't order these, but I will on my next order. You'll see the little embellishments that are on here. They're like these little flat glitter discs, all right? They're really pretty, all right? There's no real height to them, but they do give a lot of texture in the background and sparkle and shine, all right? So these are how they're packaged, all right? So I'm going to open these up. I don't even know what they're called. They don't have the name of them. Let me see. They're called, no, they're called, well, they're just called embellishments. All right. All right. All right. I have to open this up. There's no, okay. Aha. Okay. So they come in an array of colors, but tell me what you think. All right. You get a lot in a package, but they are flat, but they are very glittery. Really pretty. They'd be great in shaker cards because there's no dimension to them. They're great as embellishments. I think they're really pretty. So you tell me. They would probably retail, I'm gonna guess, around the $7 mark for the pack of them. I could be completely wrong. Maybe they're cheaper than that, but I'm just guessing right now. But they come in an array of colors, and there's lots. All right, so mermaid scales. Oh my gosh, that is okay. I will make sure that we get them back on order. Oh, I just made a mess. They did not go in. But you get a lot in there. And there's 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large in there. So I will make sure I get some of those kind of obviously Christmas colors, colors that are going to work for winter time, but then we'll get some playful colors, perfect for birthdays and such. All right. So we will get them on order. I appreciate your input on them. And I've made a mess all over here. I need one of those little trays from Pink Fresh. Okay. Let me just tidy up. Oh, they are so pretty. I'm glad you all like them. I'm going to put them right over here, and I will clean them up afterwards. All right, so that is from Trinity Stamps. All right, so I'm going to continue on. Here is another one that kind of combines Trinity and Pear Tree Blossom. All right, the die is from Trinity. All right. And this is a light up card too, but this is special. Now we've had this kind of light in our store. We just have not showed you really how it works. It's on my to-do list, but now I have a sample to really show you. So cute little birthday card. Love the colors. They mixed cream with pinks. They've got a great background. Again, we've got some little gems on there from Trinity. We watch this now. Okay, so you push the button, the candle goes on, and watch this. It says blow out your candle. Yes, really. You actually blow out the candle. So there's like a little motion detector on there. So when it detects that breath or that air that wishes over, it actually turns it off. How cool is that? Watch again. Candle is on. All right. So there is that. You blow out the candle. How fun is that? Um, and so when you turn it on, I think the candle will stay on for between 60 and 90 seconds unless you blow it out. Right? Super cool. I love it. We have all of this coming in. We have the cake die coming in. The candles we already have in stock in terms of the lighting mechanism on there, and really simple to put together. But how fun is that? I got to do it one more time because it's just so much fun. Oh, but super sweet. So that is from Trinity. The thing I like about Trinity is they do a lot of interactive cards and such. And that's why they work really well with Amanda's lights and such. But even like the slide on overs and all that, even the shaped cards, that's what Trinity is all about. All right. So I'm loving that from Trinity. So what else do I got to show you in here? I think that is it. I do have one product from Pear Blossom Press. Now, I know a lot of you are still waiting on the T-square, the A2 T-square. They're on order. They're coming, I promise you, but we have something new. A lot of you had asked me to go and ask them about having a T-square that did 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch. All right. So the existing one does 3/8 and 5/8, I think, right? So I had every intention of going and talking with Amanda, but guess what? She's already got it going. So this is the card makers. This is A7. Okay, so how is that different from the A2? Well, this will do a 5x7 card, all right, or up to a 5x7 card. But this one has the jigs for 1/4 and 1/8, so you can get perfect matting. All right. So we do have this on order. We do have lots of them on order. And I will get this on pre-order, all right? Because I know a lot of you were disappointed that you missed out on the A2. So I'll get this on pre-order, but you just have to give me a few days, all right? I'm still in catch-up mode, all right? But I will tell you when these go up for pre-order. But this is a little sneaky peek of a brand new product. Not quite ready to ship yet. They're still waiting for this. Probably August we'll see this, but this is the new A7. So again, it's got the 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch jigs on there. It's got your centering point on there and your thirds as well, denoted by the little pink marks on there. All right. So it's just a really great alignment tool. All right. So you can look forward to that. All right. So that is new from Pear Blossom Press and Trinity Stamps. I'm glad you guys are loving those little sticky sparkle things. Well, they're not sticky. You still have to you still have to use glue, but they are really fun. Okay, back to Pink and Main. Here's this lovely card that I made in my make and take with them. And it is using, oh, I didn't even finish it. That's because I couldn't find it. But this is one of those foiled sheets. It was black, all right, toner. Then I put the sparkly gold on there, and then it had a layered stencil to fill it in. But how cheerful is that? It's beautiful. All right. So we do have that coming in. There's not much you have to do with this other than put a little sentiment on there. So this little hello there is supposed to be there. I'm not gonna lie. So I gotta tell you, so we have Saturday night at the show. Is it Saturday night? No, no, it wasn't Saturday night because I wasn't there Saturday night. See, everything's a blur. Tuesday, Wednesday night. Wednesday night at the show. Classes are done. We go into an event called Sample Making Frenzy. It is 4 hours long. It was from 6 at night till 10 at night. And there is a great big dessert bar there. I don't even touch the desserts there because there's no time to waste. And basically, all the vendors at the trade show have a table, and you hop from one table to the next doing make and takes. All right. 4 hours, 4 hours, people. And I did not even get to every table. I kid you not. That's how many there were. So this was one of them. So I did my stenciling and I said to Libby, can I take the rest home to finish? And she was very nice to say yes. And then I lost it and I couldn't finish it. But anyways, I will get that completed. But how fun is that foiled, stenciled card front? All right. Putting that with Pink and Main. Okay, let's move on. This is a new company, and I need your honest opinion on this. All right. And this is kind of very, very unique. All right. This is called Betty's Bits and Bobs. So basically, they are ephemera packages, but they're authentic, vintage, and antique ephemera packs. All right. So basically, the owner has a team that goes and sources out old books, old postcards, buttons, lace. Nothing is younger than 1979. All right. So everything is older. All right. So 45 years plus and older. All right. So every package of these is going to be completely different. All right. And I don't know how she sources all this stuff and what her team is like, but honestly, it's amazing. So anyways, let me just talk about it. So they are literally, I'm just going to show you the pictures in our little pamphlet here, but literally they are packages of real stuff. All right. Real vintage stuff. All right. They're not, you know, printed or anything. This is real stuff. And everyone is a little bit different. So there are different ones. They are pricey, guys. I'm not going to lie. All right. So let me just give you pricing here. All right. So the larger ones of the paper bits. All right. Larger ones of the paper bits. Large nine. You'll get one item 9 by 13, two medium items, 8 small items, 2 letters, and 20 book pages that are generic. All right, that's what's considered a large. That retails for $18 US. All right, so just tack on the exchange. It's going to be around $25. But if you are one that likes to go junk shopping, but just don't have the time, then this is going to be they've done the time and searching for everything for you, and they packaged it up. But kind of a cool thing. So let me just kind of show you what is in one. Now this one here is a paper bit small. This one here would retail $11 US. So you got to tack on the exchange for that. All right. So let me just go through this one. All right. So this is what a small package would include. All right. And again, if you are interested in seeing this in Stamplicity, please let me know. You're not committed to buying them, but if you think, hey, that's pretty cool, I'd be interested in maybe purchasing that at some point. All right. So you are going to get, all right. So here we go. And everything is in immaculate condition as well. So, this was a little stamp holder. Place 30 stamps on this page. All right, so there we go. There's that. Very fragile. What else we got? I don't know what these are. Little flashcards, I guess. Look at this. This is, ooh, look at a little slide. Can you see? Let me see if I can. We got horses and Indians on there. We've got a playing card, old playing card. Ooh, look, a 2-cent stamp. Ooh, a beer label. That's in really good condition. Oh, oh, you know this envelope is old because how thick it is. All right, so a little envelope, and then oh, look at that! It's a real like postcard. Florence, here's the postcard I promised you um, of the cactuses you requested. Hope you are well from Barb. All right, and that was to Florence Hovek or Hook in New Jersey. Again, 3-cent stamp on there, and those are the cactuses. There they are. How cool is that? But wait, there's more. All right, there's more. I'm going to flip this around. You are going to get some lovely book pages in here now. Like, look how pretty the book pages are. This is like, oh, I love this. I love the feel of old book pages. And these are just generic ones. All right, so you never know what you're going to get on there. And I am not going to read any of these because I did that once. I did that once. I skipped to someone's book. We were making a joke. It was at my dad actually. And I flipped to it and I started reading. And then I'm like, Dad, you're reading Western smut. Looks like a piece of the Bible. Ooh. All right. We've got some other and then dictionary paper in there. But how cool is that? So this is a product or a company called Betty's Bits and Bobs. She comes out of, I forget where she's from now. Oh, her address is not here. But really interesting stuff. She's got old spools and lace, and like there's one that's called a sewing bob and paper. So you're gonna get spools and lace and all that. Just really cool vintage stuff if you're into this stuff. All right. So that is Betty's Bits and Bobs. I did not place an order with her. I wanted to get some feedback. Here's something I just did really quickly at the make and take with her. She had tags. I just stenciled on some paper from a book that had Get the World, and she had an airplane stencil there, so it worked well. She had a Bon Voyage stamp there. I put a vintage button on there and a little paper clip, a little bit of ribbon, and how cute is that? I mean, it'd be perfect for a junk journal. So that is Betty's Bits and Bobs. All right. So I don't know. You tell me. I think it's pretty cool. All right. So yeah, I haven't really. Janice says I can see Michelle loving these. I haven't even showed Michelle yet. I told her about them. I took a picture and showed her. I'm like, look at this. She's like, what is that? I'm like, real ephemera. And that was the end of our discussion because it was just, yeah. But really cool. I'm not going to get this back in here, so it's just going to go back into my little case here. So yeah, if you think it is, I mean, you know that Michelle would be more than willing to put out a class that we could throw something one of those little one of those packages in, and then you could create with it. So let me run the idea with Michelle, and we'll go from there. They do have themed ones as well. So those were the generic ones. They do have Christmas ones. Now the Christmas ones are a little bit more because they're harder to find. I'm loving your comments. Thank you, everyone. So yes, if you think it's something unique and kind of cool, let us know. All right. So that's Betty's Bits and Bobs. Okay. So one of my distributors there was Ecstasy Crafts, which is our Canadian distributor for a lot of UK companies. And we ran a class and we did it on the junk journal books that we just got in. The ones that we sold out so quickly on, but they are back in stock. So these are the mixed media books. So these are the ones we showed you about a week and a half ago. And you guys were gobbling these ones up. You were loving them. They've got the printed papers and then a bunch of cutaways. This book goes on forever, really. And the more you look at it, the more you see how much is in there. And so we did a quick little class on how easy it was to create a little journal page. You know, just we I fussy cut it out. Well, first I took one of the base pages, cut it to size, fussy cut some elements, layered it on, and presto, look how fun that is. All right. Um, Really simple. If you guys purchase one of these, you're gonna have so much fun with them. We do have a class coming up with this. Michelle just about has her samples done. It's going to be a choose your adventure style class. And what does that mean? If you've never done a choose your adventure, basically you're going to get a kit and then you choose what you want to make with it. And so you have two options, all right? So either you can do a junk journal or you can do cards, all right? And you're using the same kit, all right? So you're going to choose your adventure. So Michelle took a picture, or she did a little video walkthrough of her junk journal. I swear that girl outdid herself yet again. You are gonna love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we should have that ready to go in terms of registration opening hopefully next week, everyone. All right. So she's just putting her final touches on there. So these were really incredible. They are just for the price point under $20. You get so much in these ones. They are on our website right now for those that are still available. And there's 6 different designs, and each of them, I don't know which one's my favorite because honestly, they're all beautiful. But anyways, so that was really fun that we did with Ecstasy Crafts. And then, so like I said, Ecstasy Crafts carries, this is from Ciao Bella, which is an Italian company. But they carry such an array of products from the UK. They have products from a company called Craft Treat, which is a company from India. These are just freaking amazing. These are do-it-yourself lanterns. This is the wow factor, guys. We have these on order, and there are, I think, 8 different designs. So there are paper lanterns that are already die cut for you. You just have to do minimal work to put them together, and you can take them apart to reuse them. So this was a make and take that I did with them. So I had to flatten mine out for getting it in my suitcase. But let me see if I can build it really quickly online here. So this is a snowman. There's this red one here. I wonder if they're in this catalog. I wonder if I can open this. Where is the opening? If I can. Oh, here. Aha. There's a PDF there. All right. Okay. So here here they are. All right. Look at them all. And price point, you're looking at, I think around $11. Yes, $11. You just need to add either a battery operated tea light or twinkle lights in them. Penguin, there's the beautiful Christmas tree. I love this one because it's like the Grinch green. The cute little reindeer. I love this one, little snow globe. That's the one I'm going to show you. There's the penguin. There's a cute little gnome, Mrs. Claus, Santa Claus, the snowman. We've got the little gingerbread house, and then those are on there too. So we have all of them coming in. All right. So basically, you punch them out, then you insert, you create this, which is really simple. You just kind of hook them together. Then you have your top and bottom, and literally you just slide these in. If I remember, because I did this on that make and take night where I was rushed, if I remember, then you got to know that this is pretty easy to put together. All right, so that is your base, and then you have another piece like that for the top, and that's going to hold the shape of these ones. All right, so this is how easy it is to build a paper lantern, everyone. No, not really, but there is a little gluing in here, but mine's already done. So, all right, so there is my base. All right, so you can see the size. It's a nice size. All right, so there's that. Then you have what are the panels, and you also get vellum in there. So all you need to do is then take the vellum and glue them on the inside of the panels. And then once you have that done, then these just get stuck into the little slots, and your lantern is built. I mean, it's that simple, people. It is that simple. I could not wait. So we were in we kick off the Utopia show but what we call the product lightning round, and that's where companies kind of really showcase their new products. Well, Crabtree came out and they had this like this little shelving unit that one of the owners was carrying around with all these lighted lanterns on, and it was the most beautiful thing ever. And you should have just heard the room. It was like, oh, right? It was just so lovely. So I just think these would make great hostess gifts. I think these would be great as table place sets on your table. But there we go. Lantern is created. I wish I would have gotten a tea light and to put it in there because the glow is really beautiful. How is that? Like there is so simple. So we do have them coming in. And again, they'll probably be in August. And when we have I think there's 9 or 10 different designs there. So they are coming. And like I said, price point, I think is around the $11 mark. I mean, for that. So, and it's one per package. And then you just take them apart. Just as easy as I put it together, you take it apart, it will lay flat so that you can reuse them. So that is the new little paper lanterns from Craft Treat. The other thing Craft Treat has is album blanks, and we just haven't gotten there yet, but they do have these wonderful little album kits, and basically they're the bases. Everything's cut and scored for you. You just put them together and then decorate. And again, price point on these are really awesome. So that is my next thing to look at from Craft Treat after we get the lanterns in. But how cute are those? Oh, love it. All right. Put that somewhere safe. I need to have a little drink. And let's move on. All right, what do we have? Oh, since we're talking about Ecstasy Crafts also supplies us with All in Create. All right, so All in Create have some new washi tapes, layered washi tapes. All right, so I'm just going to give you a sneaky peek because these are not released yet. So really fantastic sceneries and florals and more florals and scenes. Look at that one. Ah, that's where I'd like to sit right there and have my ice cream because that's what it says, ice cream on there. So those are just 4 of the many new layered washi tapes that are coming out from All in Create. All right, Pink Fresh. Let's talk Pink Fresh. I know a lot of you have been asking whether or not, we're going to carry Pink Fresh anymore. We had to take a little break from Pink Fresh. And it wasn't us, it was kind of them. And I know a lot of you would agree that their designs were just starting to look all the same. Florals, 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 florals. So I really just wanted to take a break, but I do miss Pink Fresh. I really do. I always loved their designs. I thought they were beautiful and simple, and I love that you could get stamps and dies and layering stencils and all coordinates and do wonderful stuff with it. So I sat down at the make and take and I made this lovely card. Look how beautiful that is of these little swooping tulips. And I love that. So I sat down with Pink Fresh at the trade show and I said, listen, I had to take a little hiatus from you guys, but I saw some of the new designs and they've gone in the right direction. Sure, they still have florals, all right, but they also have some very unique stamp, die, and stencil sets. One of their latest release is a set that's got a water bottle as well as a can. All right, and they've got stencils on there, so you can decorate the water bottle and the can. You can actually, to me, it looked like it was craft beer. It was really cool, and it depending on how you use the colors, you can make it very masculine or you can make it very feminine, which I love. So we do have that coming in. I did order that. They also had another set. I'm not gonna lie. It had a Jeep in it, so I had to get it. But again, it was a great set that you could make masculine cards with it. So we do have them on order. What else did I make? They always I always loved their washi tape that had the matching stencils and dies with it. So this is one of the new washi tapes, the big rolls of washi tape, and beautiful little florals. What I loved about this kind of mix of cards I saw from them is that in the background, they were using a lot of gray stamping, all right, instead of black, which is awesome. So we're going to try to do some more of that because I really think it's just soft. really soft. So those were the two samples I did from Pink Fresh. But like I said, I did put an order with them, and it wasn't a small order. I got my invoice. I'm like, oh, I guess I did order a lot. But I think you'll be happy with what I ordered from them. Just a fresher look from Pink Fresh, and I'm really excited to have them back at Stamplicities. So you can look forward to seeing them in the next month or so. All right, let's carry on. Ooh, new company, new company. And yes, I have placed my order. Now, this one here was right up my alley. I did take a class with them. And this is, and I honestly, I say it's a new company, but I'm pretty sure I had them in when I first opened up. All right, La La Land Crafts. All right, so it's a company from the I think from California. I really okay. So maybe not so much the stamps, but I love their dies. All right, and their papers. All right, so this is a little make and take. All right. And again, either you love the characters or you don't. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't know. It's something with those eyes that make me feel like, something's going on there. But the design, let's talk about the dies used in this, all right? So this is a cute little book card. Look at it. It's the shape of a book. The die set is amazing. We have that coming in because I know so many of you love book dies and anything that has to do with libraries and reading and such. But it's a great layering die as well. And I love the fact that she always does the inside of the cards too. I just think that's a nice little touch. All right. But some of the other elements on here are the stitched clouds. Yes, these are clouds, but you can use them in different ways. You can use them as snow, which is awesome. And then, of course, the trees. But you will notice when I show you these cards that all those kind of background elements are white. All right. So you know me, I love my white on white. So I really fell in love with the cards I created in the class because it built up the backgrounds with white elements. All right. Now, this is their Winnie the Pooh line. All right. So you can see the stamps. These are color photocopies. So I think the coloring is a little bit off in them, but just, ignore Pooh and Piglet there. Just take a look at all the other elements on here in terms of the dies. All right. So she's got this beautiful crescent moon that's got the sleep cap on, but it also could be, also a Santa cap on there. So I love that. Again, she's got clouds in there. On the background, you can see there is some texture with some white on white. All right, we got trees in there. We've got a little snow hill in there. We've got the postage die cut there, and it's all about the layers. But wait, there's more. All right, take a look at this card. Oh, it's like a little mini pop-up card, right? A little secret pop-up card. Very simple to make. And again, using elements, to decorate the bag, just adding a little bit of texture on there. So I love this one here. I'm going to show you the papers in a second because I love the papers as well. But just classy, just classy. And yeah, so we've ordered this. This is their August release, so it will be here a little bit later, but we will be definitely incorporating this card in a class. It's a really simple little pop-up. It's just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. The other one I did, all right, this one here, no interactive element on this one. But again, it's all about the layers, again, using that gorgeous paper of hers, all right? And some of the, the white elements, Christmas elements, that postage layer. We've got a tag layer in there again. Love the snowflake. All right. And again, we finished it up nicely in the inside. All right. So, and then we have this one again. This is kind of a diorama card. All right. So got a little dimension to it. It lays flat so you can send. But again, this snow globe, I guess that's called a globe dome. We do have that on order. We've got the tree on order. We've got the cloud set on order. Really, I love this one. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do a class with this line. I'm not sure. I just got to find different characters. I'm just not in love with the stamps. I'm sorry, La La Land Crafts. I'm sorry, but I wasn't in love with it. But I love the designs of these cards. All right. So those were the 3 cards I created in one class, and the other one was a make and take. So this is some of their Their papers. Their papers only come in 6x6. They do have a gloss finish to them, but the designs are really fun, especially to use as backgrounds to build up scenes. So this is called Winter Forest. So you can see, and again, they are 6x6, but you can use different elements of the papers. They are double-sided. This one is a mini slimline. You can do two mini slimlines, but look how pretty the sceneries are. All right, these are little 4x4s. And that's what we used on these cards. It's all this printed paper in the background to create that scenery and set the scene. All right, so we do have these paper packs on order. All right, they've got a nice weight to them. I just think they're pretty. I mean, if you had a deer die cut, perfect, right? I had a little metallic paper and a little bit of white on white, and you are good to go. All right, so there are the paper packs. So we have them coming in. I think I ordered 3 different designs of paper from them. I think this is the same one. Winter Forest. Yeah, they're the same ones. So I think that'll be really, really fun. I agree, and they are beautiful. So you can look forward to seeing La La Land craft dies and paper coming in probably mid-August. I think, or maybe beginning of August. I can't remember. So, but really run. Oh, the other thing that they have. I don't know, there's little enamel dots there, little enamel dots on the tree, um, little enamel dots in the sky here. So their enamel dots are really cool. They don't have colored ones. They just have color me enamel dots. So basically they are just kind of white and clear enamel dots that will accept your alcohol ink markers nicely. So you can custom color your enamel dots. Now we've done that with pearls and all that, but these ones are formulated to actually take the alcohol ink in a nice way so that you can color them and make them like true colored enamel dots, which are really, really cool. So we have them coming as well. All right, so that is from La La Land Crafts. And I think that was it that I had to show you. Yes, from them. How's everyone doing? I told you it's going to be a long video. I hope you're hanging in there. I still have lots to show you. All right. Let's go. Oh, this is Olo markers. All right. So we've been carrying Olo markers for year and a half, 2 years. And I know a lot of you are wondering when we're restocking. Well, guess what? I put my order in finally and restocked. Had a nice little talk with Lori. And I had a really great class with Olo markers. Now, I've been trained to color with Copic markers. I've taken classes with Olo markers before in terms of coloring, all right? So I understand how to color with alcohol ink markers. But this class really kind of showed me and taught me some things I did not know in terms of the actual product itself, how to choose colors and all that. And in this class, we really just did kind of basic blending techniques, all right, and just playing with the marker. So this is my worksheet here. And then we created some cards. It was a really good class, and I think it was a good class for me to take just to get re-familiarized with Olo markers. They are just beautiful to work with. So I'll show you my cards. Really simple designs. I am taking another class, a retailer class with them within the next month as well, just to further my education with them. But just simple cards. All right. This one I love because we blended colors that are totally not in the same color family. So we did like pinks and purples. And this one here was more kind of a browny gray with purple. So this, yeah, it was kind of unique and I love the way it turned out. And there's just one tone on tone. They have new blending card coming in. This is really super smooth. And if you are an alcohol ink colorer, you're going to love the new blending card. All right, the card stock. And then what they came out with new now is this concept of a package of build your own markers. All right, so now they have there's 8 colors in here, so you're going to get Olo markers. Let's go back in case you didn't know about Olo markers. Basically, when you pick a marker, this is a marker and it holds twice as much ink as a Copic marker, everyone. And it's half the size. All right, so then you go and select another marker. All right, and then you get one of these little connectors and you just kind of do it together, and now it forms one marker, but you have two colors on there. All right. So these, we have some of these 8 packs coming in. So if you're just getting into coloring, and yes, we will have some more coloring classes coming out. I will do a basic one, and we'll probably use one of the new 8 packs of Olos, just so that we're all on the same page. But we will have some coloring classes coming out. All right. It's been a while since I've hosted one, and it's time to get back to that. All right. I also will tell you that Olo has, right now, there's 130 something colors. There are 96 more colors coming out, but then that's it. All right. So, but Olo markers, I really, really love this company. I love the technology of the nib and how the ink flows out of them. And they're becoming my new favorite. I mean, I didn't think Copics could ever be replaced in Brenda's world, but Olos are doing it. All right. So anyways, we got all the refills. For those that were wondering when we were refilling our Olo markers, guess what? By next week, it should be filled up. So in addition to Olo markers, they also are the distributor for Korean watercolor markers, which we love. And again, I need to get better acquainted with these once again, and color with them, because they are fantastic. And as well as the Deco gel pens, all right, which we carry the metallic and the starburst ones. I think that's what they're called. All right. So we do have them all. So that's from Olo Marker. Such a good class. Sometimes it's not all fun and games. It's actually education. And this was a great one for me to be re-educated and on some things. So, okay, let's continue on. Okay. Da, da, da. Let me see if there's any. Wait, I gotta make sure there's no questions. Am I gonna have anything left to show tomorrow? Yes, I have all new product to show you. We have new 49 in market to show you tomorrow. I got lots for happy hour. This is just what's coming. All right, guys. So I got to tell you a true story. True story. Usually when I go to these shows, Michelle used to always come with me, and she would get all the mixed media ones, and I would get all the clean and simple ones. But now, Michelle's not able to travel to the shows with me. So now I got to pick and choose with my classes, and sometimes I have to take the mixed media ones. And I always love taking Dina Wakely's classes, but you should see me before I sit down in that class. I am a nervous wreck. Like I'm just like I'm like stressed out because I'm going to get my hands dirty. I'm going to make a mess. I'm not going to have a plan, because Dina says paint and you just paint every which way, right? It's not like paint a straight line on the left hand side. Those are the instructions I like. No, Dina just says do it. And I get really anxious about it. I kid you not. Like, and I know some of my fellow store owners will attest to that because they have to hold my hand basically. So, anyways, I went into this class. I really wanted Dina's class, and it was sold out. I was put on a waiting list, and then I got in, and I was so happy. And we worked with some paints, we worked with gloss sprays, and we created backgrounds, and we colored images, and we stamped. And honestly, I am in love with my samples. Now, I went up to Dina and I gave her a great big hug and I said, thank you. I said, this class was so much fun. And it was a Dina style, but something that I could go back and reteach, which I will be if there's enough interest. All right. So you've got to tell me. So for those that don't dabble in mixed media, for those that love the look of Dina's products and projects and such, but don't want to go there, this is going to be a class for you. All right. So it worked with a little bit of paints. All right. Worked with some gloss spray. All right. Those are, scary in Brenda's world, but, she walked me through it. And it's based on one of her new stamp sets that are out, in which ours should be here next week, I think. All right. We worked with some stencils. All right. We worked with some of her little sayings, whatever printed. But take a look at my samples there, guys. These are the cutest things ever. All right. So what I loved about this class is that we did 3 of the same card. All right. These are cards. They flip out. They have a pop-up element, and just super cute. All right. So it was working with paints, how to create backgrounds using glossy sprays, in different ways, backgrounds, and choosing colors and doing watering and creating layers with paint. and doing some painting of the bears, which is the new stamp set, which is just super cute. We've also used this, which is her collage sparks. These are printed kind of patterns, papers of her designs, but we use them in different ways. We didn't use them as backgrounds, we use them as elements, party hats on the bears. All right. I had so much fun in this class. I so loved it. So I would really like to reteach this class, because I think for those that are a little scared of the Dina Walkley products, and you shouldn't be. I don't know why. I came out of that class feeling so good, and just so much fun to create. All right. So what do you think, guys? Now we don't need. We could do a pop-up card like this. We could do all three of them. We could just do regular A2s. I would change it up just a little bit, but it would still have those bears in there. All right, because those bears are just so cute. All right. So tell me what you think. If you are possibly interested in a class, you like this as a potential class, raise your hand. No, just put it in the comments, and let me know. So yeah, I had so much fun. And I think if I can get over that anxiousness of mixed media, so can you. But I had so much fun. And it will have some paints in there. It will have some stencil in there as well. And then we'll do the stamped images for you, but then we'll have the add-on as the stamp. All right. So because the stamps can get a little pricey, to keep the cost of the class down, we'll get them pre-stamped for you. But it's super fun. I had so much fun. And she's just a nut. She cracks me up, that lady. I have so much fun with Dina. All right. And then this was one that I did on the make and take with her. Again, working with, she's got another product of her prints, but it's more glossy. I can't remember what they're called. Her art cards. And honestly, all I did was cut random shapes on there. First, I did the background on craft paper with gloss gel. All right, we did a little bit of texture in the background, did some little funky shapes in there. I still kind of put them in a row, lined them up. All right, cheesecloth, that is done with her gloss gel. All right, which makes it really crunchy, which is more easy, much more easier to use and stick down, and then just one of her pressed sentiments. But how fun is that card? And super easy. So what did I learn from her class? That I am not afraid no more. I will go into her class and just attack it. Anyways, it was a super fun class, and thank you, Dina. Thank you. So, all right, so that was Dina. All right, let's move on to the next Ranger designer, and that was Simon. Simon's all grown up now. I remember taking a class with him when he was 16 years old. He's all grown up now. Yeah. Oh, no, my zipper just broke. Okay. So, Simon. So, first of all, I got to work with his new Stellar ink pads. Now, we have these in stock, but I haven't had a chance to work with them. They're pretty awesome. They're stellar. Just saying. That's how the name came. Honestly, that's Simon goes. He's like, what should we? Ranger was saying, what should we call them? And he's like, I think we should call them Stellar because they're stellar. All right, so that's what they're called, Stellar. So let's talk about these ones. How are these different from his regular dye inks? They're nothing. They're the same ink formulation in here. The only difference is the pad itself. All right. So before they used to be felt pads. Now they are foam pads. So I'm going to hold this up. I'm not going to stick my finger because I did that last time and then I went home with a red finger. But you can see how cushiony these pads are. They're very much like oh, Catherine Pooler inks. All right. So, ooh, my sister says yes to a class. I always bug her because she always takes Michelle's class and not mine. Okay, Jackie, just because you want to take one, I'm gonna do the class. Anyways, it's the little things, guys. It's the little things. So these are foam pads, all right? So you can see how squishy they are. So you have to be really careful when you ink your stamps with these ones, all right? They're not like an ink or a felt pad where you really have to. These ones you want to lightly tap because they're so full of ink and so squishy, you'll make a mess on your stamp. So little light taps. But when you go to blend with them, which I got to try, his new blending brushes. OMG. Now, you know, I have a million and two brushes. These are awesome. All right. I love the handle on there because if you want a lighter touch, I hold up here. If you want a bolder touch, you can hold down here. They cover really nicely. They pick up the ink from these pads so well. So when you kind of you just need a tap on there. The ink is going to go on. With the felt pads, you have to rub back and forth. You're going to get a nice saturation of ink on your brush with these pads. All right. So what is happening is they will slowly discontinue the felt pads and only have these ones, but it's going to take a while. All right. So if you're still attached to the ink felt pads, that's fine. You can get most of the colors still in the felt pads. There are a few new colors in the Stellar. All right. So just to let you know, but they are fabulous. I like the fact that he's got a Black Widow ink pad. Now these are dye inks. All right. So these inks you cannot use with alcohol inks. Um, or alcohol ink markers, but they are beautiful to work with. And what you see on the lid, the color is the color you are going to get. All right. So what else did I play around with? He's got a couple of new solar sprays coming in. So sneaky peek, everyone. Pity party. This is a beautiful kind of shimmery pink one. I love it. All right. There's also a nice little tealy blue one as well. A sneaky peek. All right. Then he has some new stamps and die sets. So this one here is called Under the Sea. And when I first seen it, I was like, oh, but then I played with it and I was like, oh, I really liked it. I really like Simon's techniques. I like the simplicity of his techniques. They have that wow factor, and just a lot of fun. All right. So again, if you think this is something that you would like to see a class on, because this is a really cool set, we can definitely do that. So let me show you my three cards. So these are the cards I made in his class. All right. So working with the ink pads in different ways. All right. So on this one here, it's a dragging kind of motion on this one. We've got stenciling on there. I don't see if you can see the shimmer spray, the solar spray in there. You can see it shimmering. Again, I use some of the pink and the teal on there as well. And we've got those lovely little fish, and we've two-toned them. This one here with a little lobster, I love it. Sorry, I was crabby. We've got some little bit of the lovely Astro Paste on there, which just makes that clear glittery texture on there. Again, nice blending. They blend so nicely, these inks. And then this one here, I love that little pop of color and doing kind of this is his black ink, but it's not, it looks great. All right. So a little technique on how we did that. So that was what is in his class, and I had so much fun with that one. And then this one here was the make and take based on there on that set again. And I don't know if can you see? Oh yeah, you can see the fishies. Again, that's a solar spray through a stencil. You see how nice and beautiful that is? Nice little reflective quality on there. But anyway, so that's this fun little class. So again, let me know what you think of this. This class would definitely have the stamp set in there, and of course we'd have to put a solar spray and a stencil in there, and then you just bring your own inks. It doesn't have to be the Simon Hurley inks. You could use your distress inks. You could use oxide inks. You could use his regular felt pad inks as well. But it just there's a lot of techniques and simple techniques in this class. So again, let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll look at them and decide. So anyways, super fun and always a pleasure to see Simon and the Ranger team. All right, let's get this all back and organized. Okay, you guys all still hanging in there with me? All right. Took a class with Crafters, the Crafters Workshop, TCW, and they're known for their stencil paste, and it's always a good refresher to work with stencil paste because every time I work with stencil paste, I fall in love with it again. Okay, so one of the cool things that, like I said, I got all happy when I got my swatch for the foils. Well, guess what? I now have a swatch for all the stencil butters. I didn't realize there was this many stencil butters, but there are. All right. So again, now you're going to be able to see them and how beautiful they really are. You can see that beautiful sheen. This is just painted on cardstock in a very, very thin layer. all right, enough to see it. But you can also use these through stencils, and that's what I love. So we did a class with them. She's got a new line calling Feeling Groovy. It's got that kind of 70s feel to it. But this is one of the classes we did. Now, this is all stencil butter on here. So we've used the Feeling Groovy through a stencil, and you can see how clean stencil butter goes through a stencil. We've also used it very lightly with a blending brush through a stencil to create the rainbow. And then our little fluffy clouds here. This is, what's it called? Fluffy, light and fluffy texture paste. And we've mixed in a little bit of the stencil paste to color, but we've added texture on there through the stencils. But again, you can see how crisp those lines are. And I just use my palette knife to create some texture on there for that. But a really great way of using stencil paste in different ways, all right? Through a stencil, adding it to a texture paste, of light and fluffy modeling paste to tint it, and then using it with a blending brush as well, all right? And then in the background here, the blue, that's just stencil butter as well, painted on card, a very thin layer, so you can custom colorize your cardstock, all right, to make it all. This was me just goofing around, cleaning off my brushes, and then creating some more blue clouds with lots of texture. But so that was really fun. And she's got some new stencils as well. So you got the rainbow one there, and then this one here, her layering stencils are awesome, very easy to use. Nothing like opening the package. Like, all right, so here's another one with that kind of 70s theme. We've got the starburst out with the word peace in there. All right, so this style is not for everyone. I get that, but it's just one of her new collections. One of the cool thing is her palette paper pad. These are tearaway sheets. I have one open here. And I learned how to use this pad, all right? I actually got in trouble in class. So apparently you're not supposed to tear these out. You're supposed to work with them on the actual pad. Because when you then put your product on there, your pad won't move around because it's got some heaviness to it. But no, in class, Brenda took one off, and then Jamie pointed her out in class and said, that's not how to use it. I'm like, I'm so sorry. So I did learn. So it's really great that we take these classes and learn. But the palette pad is a really useful tool, especially if you work with a lot of messy pastes and such, all right? And great price point on them. So we'll have them coming in as well. Because it's been a while since we had her palette pad in stock. Yeah, I don't think we have any in stock. Now I have to double check that, but I know I have more on order. Okay, I'm running out of room to put. Okay, I'm gonna go through the next few really quickly. Echo Park was there. I sat down with Madison, made this really cute make and take, which we will show on What Fun Friday. But how sweet is this? It's one piece of 12 by 12 paper. I think this would be really cute at a crop as a little gift, and you can put your snacks in one side, little prize in the other. But really simple to do. I don't even know what it's called. No, I don't have the instructions, but really easy to do. And I thought that was kind of fun to do, right? We don't carry a lot of Echo Park in here in store. But again, if you love Echo Park and want me to carry it, you let me know. It was always good to catch up with Madison. But I have really nothing to show for them. They don't do classes or anything. This is just kind of fun little make and take. So, and that was with their new coffee line, which is called Coffee Shop. Okay. Emily Moore was there. Again, we just started carrying Emily Moore. I have placed an order for some of the new products. All right. So this is her number one seller, the gift card holder. And you've seen this before. We have this one in stock. I love this. And I think it's going to be perfect for Christmas time. We will be incorporating it into some Christmas card classes, but just a really easy way to have a gift card holder. It fits on an AG panel nicely, but she does have some new decorative pockets dies coming out. So this is the horizontal one. It's just stunning. All right. So we've got the little pinpoint design and the little eyelet design on the little scallops. So this, like I said, is a horizontal, and then there is one that will fit on the portrait style as well. We have them both on order. Then we've got some word dies coming in from Emily Moore as well. We have the For You and Thanks and another one. I can't remember. But always a pleasure to see Emily and Mike, her husband. So a great story. I just love hearing stories like this. So they're fairly brand new. They've been in business for about a year and a half. Their first kind of breakout was in Seattle. They were just this little booth in there, and they got overwhelmed with all the orders and such, and they really made a name for themselves. And so when I was talking with them, I'm like, so how was the show for you in Seattle? And she's like, it was so good that Mike had to quit his full-time job to now work for Emily Moore Designs. And I thought, what? That's fantastic, right? So I'm so happy for them. They're a really lovely couple, and I really love her simplistic designs. So there is that. All right. So that is from Emily Moore Designs. New stuff coming our way from them. Okay, guys, this next one is from Uniquely Creative. It's a big one. I'm not going to lie. But I'll try to be quick about it. All right, so let's start. We will have their new line, Indigo. What is it? Indigo Bloom. It got shipped out today, so we should have it next week. It is beautiful. So this is a sneaky peek. Oh no, I guess we could show you because it's July 1st. All right. So this is a sneaky peek. A little bit of that periwinkle blue and indigo blue and soft pinks. It is gorgeous. So I made and this is going to be a class. All right. So what you're seeing is a preview of an upcoming class. So they have a brand new little folio. And I followed the directions and then went rogue. All right. Then I did my own thing. All right. When it comes to decorating. So it's got a little belly band on here, but this is a cute little folio. All right. So I've used a little place photo here placeholders. All right. So you can kind of see. But this is working with some of the unique elements. Their vellum cuts, their creative cuts, their florals, their little lace pieces. And this was going to, you're going to learn how to create this kind of fun little pocket. All right. This flips open, and then this flips open, and then let me see. Okay, so then this will flip open. This got a little pocket in there. You can see it stores a lot of pictures. And then you have this little guy which comes out. And again, this is going to be another little like mini album in a mini album that you can put more pictures in. Again, it's got one of those little specialty pockets in there. So this is an upcoming class. So you can look forward to that being posted. But it's just a cute little folio. I loved it. So easy to do. Everything is cut and scored for you in terms of the actual folio. All right. And then it's all the decorating. All right. So we're going to walk you through that. How fun is that? Oh my gosh. I love, love, love Uniquely Creative. Their whole team is just awesome. They really, really are. Tracy and her husband are just awesome. And then my sales rep, Ashley, is awesome as well. I just, so much fun with those guys. So, what else did I do with that? Okay. So this is a new folio. Now they have a gatefold folio, which we really have not done anything with. Let me just show you that one. And we really do, because these are pretty awesome, these folios. So this, all right. This is their regular flip folio. And oopsie. Take that out. All right. So these are all the pieces in their regular flip folio. And there's an actual die that will match this as well. So I will develop something in the future with this because these folios are just awesome. They really are. After I made this one here, now I realize I have to do this one. But this is their new gatefold flip folio. And it's very similar in terms of the outside with the design. So you can use the same dies, but then they have a kind of a rectangle flip out and then an octagon or hexagon one. All right, so I'm not going to open this one up, but you can kind of see that. there. And again, you can use them all together or use them all individually, which is kind of cool. So I believe I have those ones on order. I don't know. My order was so big, I lost track. So the new Indigo Bloom will be all in next week. I'm going to bring that one out because that don't belong in there. What else do I got in here? Okay, this one here. And this one here. Okay, so this again is going to be a class. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Okay, this one is going to be a class. So this is our new Christmas. It's called Mint and Mistletoe. And this is a retailer exclusive line, so you can't get it anywhere but a retailer. And so this class was actually supposed to make tags, but you know, Brenda does her own thing. And she made this into a card class. So this is going to be a Christmas card class coming your way. All right. So working with the new papers from there, the new creative cuts from there, incorporating it with gems and pearls and florals, lots of layering magic on these ones. All right. So those are there. So that's going to be a card class. And this is the new Mistletoe Magic, which is really, it's a beautiful line with soft colors. All right. So, Nicole, I love it. Where are we putting all of this? I don't know. We'll find room. We will. But really super pretty line. And I love that kind of soft blue tealy color with the hint of red. I love it. All right. So another fun card class coming your way from Uniquely Creative. Hopefully we'll have that all up online next week. All right. My make and take with them was a really fun one. And this was using kind of elements from the line that's available now, Dear Diary. And they have this really great tag die, which we do have in stock. This one here. All right. They have great dies, I got to tell you. And this one's a lovely tag die with a little stitching design. All right. So you can see that is cut out. So basically they had like a little Dear Diary buffet. All right. So you sat down on the table, they gave you a tag, and then they had just little snackle boxes. I kid you not. Have you seen the snackle boxes out there? They're like little tackle boxes, but they're for their snacks. So Michelle will laugh at me on this one, but I'm telling you all this because it's just a funny story, but it's also backing me up. So Michelle and I got these ones because we're always going on road trips and we love our snacks. So we got these snackle boxes. Anyways, when we came back from a road trip after using our snackle boxes for the very first time, I was working on an album, which is I'm still working on, but I had to sort out all the ephemera. So my snackle box was sitting on the table clean, and I thought, oh, that's a great sorting thing. So I used it and I took a picture and I sent it to Michelle, and she's like, that's not for ephemera. It's not for paper crafts. It's for snacks. And I laughed, and she said she was really angry. She said, no, it's for snackles or for snacks. So anyways, I sit down at the Uniquely Creative, and they have these snackle boxes just like Michelle and I's, but in beautiful pink because that's their color. And they were using it to sort out their ephemera. So see, it's not just me, Michelle. Uniquely Creative does it as well. So anyways, I sat down at the table. They had all these snuggle boxes full of ephemera, and I just layered. All right. And these are the tags I created. These are not based on their designs. These are just stuff that I created, but how simple it is to work with a lot of the wonderful elements from Uniquely Creative, their creative cuts, their little lace florals, their little pearl designs, even like paper doilies in the background, and just to create really beautiful designs. Now, I know I made tags, but you could definitely replicate this kind of stuff on an A2 card base as well. But here we go. All right, like really simple. I had so much fun creating these. I could have sat there all night, but I couldn't because I had all those tables and I still didn't finish. But that was Uniquely Creative. Is there anything else I need to show you? Yes. Okay, let me just put these away before they get lost. Uh-oh, piece fell off my card. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so the other thing is, and I've got to find out if I can get these. And if you are interested in these, let me know. I don't know the price point on these ones, but I need to let them know. All right, so these are their little craft tote bags from Uniquely Creative. And what I love about them, zippered pouch, is that they're waterproof on the inside. All right, so when I flew home, I put all my wet mediums in here because if they leaked, I didn't care, right? So I love them. I love them. It was really, really. I got a couple of these ones. I was sharing them with Nicole today. I got that. And the other thing were these lovely little bags here. These are these reusable bags. And these are just pretty. So pretty. I can't get them. I don't know how to get them out. Oh, here we go. All right. So again, beautiful reusable bag, shopping bag, that comes in its own little pouch. How pretty is that? So if you are interested in any of these, let me know because I'll see if I can get my hands on some, and get them. I don't know. I can't remember if they were selling them or not. But I thought they were really pretty. So that is the two bags from Uniquely Creative. And then I'm just going to show you some of the kind of fun little elements. Paper distress tool. We've had this before. It's like the old Heidi Swap one, but that's for paper distressing. Bone folders. They have new bone folders from Uniquely Creative. So we have these coming in. It's a 2-pack. All right. So in that lovely pink color. So they'll be here. There's a little preview of the indigo blooms. These are the vellum cuts. And then, of course, they have paper flowers as well. All right. So that was just stuck in my envelope. So I might as well show you, right? So, okay. So that's Uniquely Creative. Okay. Simple Stories. Simple Stories. So Simple Stories is one of those things, one of those companies that we carry, but we're more of a card making, mixed media stuff. Like we don't, but they have some really great lines coming out. So I do have a project coming in. We are bringing in some of the new Christmas lines. I don't even know if I can show you this. So I'm just going to kind of flip through this really quick because I don't know. There is Frozen Fun, which are flannel season, which is blues. It's more of a winter line than a Christmas line, but it's in there. And then we have Classic Mouse Christmas. Just saying. All right, then we have Hard Candy Christmas, really bright retro, all wrapped up. Again, kind of a traditional Christmas color retro. And then we have the Simple Vintage Believe, which is beautiful. All right, so I do have my order ready to go. All right, so I haven't submitted it yet, but I have time. All right, so that was just a sneak peek of Simple Stories. But we do have them, and we are going to be carrying some of the individual pattern papers for Christmas. We've been going back and forth. I know a lot of you are wondering if we have single sheets, and we never know what the right answer is. But for Christmas, we're going to bring in some of the single sheets, because we know card makers will use them. All right, so we have some nice, lovely prints coming in from Simple Stories, in some of this Christmas that I just kind of sneak peeked you. All right. So I don't know when the release date on these ones are, so I'm not sure if I can or not. So if I'm not allowed to, I'm sorry, Simple Story, but it was just a sneaky peek. All right. So that's Simple Stories. Now I do want to show you a project that we're going to be using Simple Stories papers, the Simple Vintage collection, on an upcoming class. All right. So I took a class with Clear Scraps. All right. Now, Clear Scraps, let me just grab my paperwork here. Clear Scraps does a lot of that kind of chipboard and acrylic pieces. I'm going to flip through the catalog really quickly. That kind of stuff. We have all the memory decks things. We've got some albums from them, and they mix, and we have those shakers, or those shaker elements. All right. So we have some of this stuff from Clear Scraps. So I thought it was really important for me to take a class with them because you learn things from them when you take a class, and it was a great class. So let me show you. They have something new, and I'm really excited about this. I literally finished it today. So let me just get it in order here. And we will be running this as a class, but not with the paper line that's on here. I'm going to be using this new Simple Stories vintage line. But this is a tag box. All right. I had so much fun creating this. Look at this. So this is using the Christmas line, the vintage line from last year from Simple Stories. We're going to use this year's. All right. So it's a little, let me take the tags out. It's a little house box. All right. So what we're going to do is the 12 tags of Christmas in this one. And it's really not 12 tags. It's only 6 tags, but it's front and back. Maybe we'll incorporate 12. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to run with this idea. So there are then decorated tags in here, and there's photo ops for these ones. Okay, so we're working with some of the acrylic tags. And again, this has got a lot of technique in here. All right, so you can see that we've got texture in here. All right, we've got the snowflakes white. All right, so again, they're double-sided, which is pretty awesome. Okay, it's got that little bell in there. I was like, what is that noise? But it's the bell. All right, these are the chipboard ones, so it's nice and thick. Again, we got photo ops on there. All right, this one here, we have the acrylic. Look at that acrylic. We've created some pockets on there. Again, double-sided. This is a chipboard. We've got some chipboard trees on there. So this is the design that I did in their class. All right, again, acrylic, showing us different ways of using the acrylic. More chipboard. All right, so it's just a fun little day, little, it's like an album but in a box, and just a fun way to display all those Christmas memories. So we're going to be running this as a class. It's going to look a little bit different. It's going to have a lot of these kind of fun little doodads and ribbons and such. I still have to put all my ribbons on my tags, but we're going to build this box up so then you have something more like a decor piece, to have out sharing Christmas memories, and you can put your pictures on there. All right, so we're going to be running this as a class. I think the class is going to be around the $88 mark, but that's going to give you like everything. Like honestly, you're going to get so much in this kit. I was pricing it out today. I'm like, wow, that's a pretty good kit. But it's also a really fun decor piece, and you're going to have so much extra that you can probably continue either making more tags, although there's some dimensional stuff in there, there's not going to be too much room, but you're going to be able to recreate the box or tags, or you could use the extra product for layouts or cards. All right, so the tag box is coming your way. All right, so you probably won't see that for a bit. My order's been placed, but it's all going to be cut and all such. So that should be lots and lots of fun. But that was from Clear Scraps. The other thing from Clear Scraps is they realize that junk journaling is a thing now. So they have these fantastic, oh my gosh, these little journals. Um, uh, they have these great little junk journals. All right, so they're just basically chipboard pieces. You're going to cover them with paper. This is a cute little suitcase. All right, but they will have how to bind pages in here as well, which is pretty awesome. Do I have a sheet of them? Okay, so here are the tag boxes. All right, so we are doing that with the house one for ours, but I think I have the other ones on order as well. And then these are the journal covers. All right, and we have all this coming in. All right, so this one here is the small suitcase, and then there's a large suitcase. So there's the small and the large. So the larger one is more like a 5x7 size, but really easy to put together, really easy to put the papers in as well. And so we'll show you how to do that, but really sweet. I'm loving that. There's also a house one. There's a half circle one, and just a plain rectangle and a square one. And I think we're going to have lots of fun with these ones. All right. And perfect for junk journaling, let me tell you. All right. So I just love this one. I just think it's so cute. All right. So there is that. So we've got some new stuff from Clear Scraps coming in, which is exciting, exciting, exciting. All right, I'm going to put that right over there, and I'm going to put that right beside it. All right, where are we going next? Okay, this is pretty exciting. All right, I need to have a little drink of water first. Okay, so Totally Tiffany. That's a whole line that was organization. Well, things kind of fell apart with Totally Tiffany, but we have the brand new, um, right? Bay is like, that suitcase is so cute. It is really cute and so simple to put together. All right. Okay, so Totally Tiffany. I know a lot of you have been asking for those organizational bags for your inks and such, and they kind of fell apart. Well, they're back. All right, they are back. And what they are called now are the Organized Option, or T00 or TOO. It's from the same maker, Tiffany. She has just realigned herself with some really good people, and now her brand is back and it's been revamped. I got to talk with Tiffany and Kimberly at the show. I got to feel and touch the brand new bags. This will not be releasing until the beginning of the new year. I will be taking pre-orders for it. All right. So I'm just waiting for pictures of all the products because I don't know what's what. I know Kimberly showed me everything at the show, but I don't remember and I didn't take pictures. But they brought a lot of the I have a little bit here to show you, but I don't remember what's what anymore. They brought back a lot of the bags that we love for our inks. All right, they're called Zip and Go bags now. So no more Velcro on them. They're all heavy duty zippers on there. The plastic has been revamped. It's even heavier. They put the handles and the labeling system all on the same side. So when they're on your shelf, all the labels will be pointed outwards. All right, which is awesome. So as you can see, I started my order. 18. I need 18 of those, and I don't even think that's enough. But anyways, these are the same names, all right? So the Chastity Zip and Go bag is the same as the Chastity bag from Totally Tiffany, all right? That is the one that everyone wants because it holds your distress inks and oxide inks, all right? The Faylene bag is it coming, the Karen, the Kirsten, Kimberly, Leanne, Merle, and Stephanie. All of those are returning under the new brand, all right? But then she revamped some of the stuff and has some new stuff. This one here is called the Create a Case, all right? So this way you can create your own case and customize it. So these are like the 4x4 bags or 6x6 bags. Remember them? Now you can custom create them. So I just got to understand how this all works but we will get that on an order. The Perfect Pouch. We're seeing a lot of pouches in terms of this type of material. Well, Totally Tiffany, this is one of her new pouches. I don't know which one this is. And maybe it's the pen pouch because there's a pen in it. Do, 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 do. I have a lovely little pen from them. But they all have these little connector rings as well, so you can kind of connect them together. We're gonna have better pictures of this and better descriptions as I educate myself on them. It's not a whole lot of product like Totally Tiffany, because Totally Tiffany, whenever you looked at the catalog, I was overwhelmed. This one's only got 4 pages or 5 pages. All right, so I will get, but they'll have the paper handlers and all. They're all coming back, and everything will be on pre-order. We'll have it for January 2026. That's the time to get organized. We always find that. So I'm happy to say that Totally Tiffany or Tiffany is back. All right. All right. So, which is really, really exciting. So I will make sense of it all. But you can look forward to getting more organized with 2. All right. All right, what else do I got here? Okay, we're gonna go into the misfit pile here. And when I say misfit pile, that means I didn't take a class with them. I just did make and take, so I don't have much to show you. All right, so this is my misfit pile. I shouldn't say that because like Von Fon is in there. Ooh, sneaky peek. And then Graphic 45. But this one here, Buttons Galore and More, that's where we get a lot of our shaker elements. I did put a lovely order in with Lisa of lovely shaker elements, new ones. But this was their make and take, which is kind of cool. I mean, I probably took too much time doing this, but just using buttons in a different way. All right, so they painted the pumpkin on there and then we just kind of decorated with buttons. So something a little different. All right, so that's Buttons Galore and More. All right, Elizabeth Crafts, got to say hello to my friend Els. This is part of the new collection that will be coming out. And this was just a cute little tag. Worked with some of the stencils on there, die cuts. So that was a cute little tag I made with Els. This actually collection is really, really pretty. I think it's a very strong collection. So that is on order. This is scrapbook adhesives. I just love the scrapbook adhesives because they're very innovative in terms of what they can do as a make and take with adhesives. All right. I'm sure it's not easy, right? It's not like a company that comes out with always new product. No, they mastered adhesives. That's where all our foam adhesives, tape runners are all from. So for them to come up with a really cool make and take to really kind of showcase their adhesives is always, I don't know how they do it, but they did it. But take a look at this card. My little watermelon card. All right, so what did I use on this one? Well, see these the little seeds? They're from these sets. Now we've carried these in the past. We haven't had them for a while, but you get 2 sheets in a pack, and they're foam shaped elements. And this is, I think, the springtime. And there's rainbows, and there's buckets and wheelbarrows, florals, butterflies, but they're foam adhesive. They're like your little foam squares. You stick them down, you peel the top off, and they're sticky. And then you can put elements on there like fine glitter, flocking, or you can use foil sheets on there. So they're sticky, and when you put the foil sheet on there and peel it off, the foil sticks on there. So that's how we made the little watermelon seeds. They are the raindrops from the pack on there. But honestly, it was so funny because when you go into this make and take frenzy, it is a huge ballroom with all tables. And when you open the doors, I swear everyone goes to the left. So I always train myself, go to the right, go the very far corner to the right, and that's where you start. Well, that's where scrapbook adhesives were. And they told me what I'm doing. I'm like, you want me to do what? They laughed at me because I'm like, I have to pick up all these little these raindrops, stick them on, then foil them. I'm said, I don't got time for that. But anyways, they let me take the kit home. But I'm sure the look on my face when I said, you want me to do what? But I love the look of this. But so I think it's very innovative of them, and shows you how to use foam adhesive in different ways. All right. So that was my cute little watermelon card. Oh, I got to play with the new neon alcohol inks. They should be arriving. Will they be arriving tomorrow or the beginning of next week? I can't remember. But they are very, very unique. They're very pigmented. They seem to be a little bit thicker than regular alcohol inks. They have an opacity. Oh, they're opaque to them, but they work just like alcohol inks. But they're very bright. All right, so that was what I did with Ranger, playing with them. This was a cute little doodle bug. All right. I know we don't carry Doodlebug, but you know what? I can be convinced. All right. So if you think I should carry Doodlebug, let me know. I think they're cute. I love these little pop-up stickers. But that was a cute little one. All right. Lawn Fawn. Lawn Fawn has a new fall release. This is their new product catalog. That's all I can show you. Would you like to see? Ooh, sneaky peek. This is going to be releasing. I want to say August 12th. I could be completely wrong on that. Let me just see. Da-da. It's not a big release, but it's a lovely release. I will tell you that. I placed my order today. So Lawn Fawn new release. I'm going to show you a couple of sneaky peeks because I am allowed to do that. So they're like really quick sneaky peeks. So remember the Build a Bunny die? I know a lot of you own it. Well, guess what? He's going to have costumes now. Ooh, hoo, hoo. All right. So there is two dies. One is Build a Critter costumes, and then there's Build more critter costumes or something like that. There's two dies, but they're basically Halloween costumes for the little Build a Bunny. And I will tell you that there is a cute little Build a Fox coming up. If you thought the bunny was cute, wait till you see the fox. All right. Now, I don't think that's in this release, but it is coming up. All right. So we have now costumes for the Build a Bunny. All right. Here is a little card that I did. Whoa. All right. So you can see Halloween, the little mice are getting dressed up. So we have that. And then last but not least, this is their new interactive, little interactive die. Woo. Do you want to see that again? It's so cute. I cannot wait to do this. We're going to do this on a What's Up Wednesday because I just can't wait to show you this die. All right. So that is the new from Lawn Fawn. That is all I can show you guys. Sneaky peeks. That is it. But my order was placed and we will show you all that in mid-August. All right. So back in the bag it goes until then. Okay, Graphic 45, we have a brand new. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'm just looking at the time. Oh my gosh, I've been talking lots. Okay, Graphic 45, two new releases. Yes, I have them on order because I could not resist. One's a Christmas and one's a Halloween. So let's take a look. I have a few pieces here from the, oh, that's Simple Stories in there. We did that already. Okay. Two new collections. All right. So the Halloween one is called Ghostly Greetings. I'm going to show up my little, all right. So a really kind of, I don't know if this is possible, but it's a very elegant Halloween line. Very, very pretty. I fell in love with it. Here's a cute little card that I made. All right. So it's got a little belly band on there, really pretty colors. And then this is what they call a theater card. All right, so there's that. All right, really quick and simple card that's got the wow factor. So that was a little make and take. And then I did the same card, but with the new Christmas collection, which is called Deck the Halls. All right, so there you can see the color palette. We got nutcrackers in there. And here is my little theater card. Again, belly band. All right, so there is that. I just think it's a really fun card. All right, so let's see some of the elements for this collection. They did give me some samples here. Let me get the belly band back on. Yes, I can. All right, so these are the chipboard shapes from Deck the Halls. I really like the blue that's in here. Really pretty. Snowflakes, candy canes, nutcrackers. All right, so I had some sample packs of them. And then we have the ghostly greetings. We have the chipboard for them as well. Again, really pretty colors. It's an elegant Halloween. All right, what do I got for papers here? A couple of papers from the Deck the Halls. All right, this is their cutaway, which is really pretty, quick and simple Christmas cards that way. And then I have one sheet from Ghostly Greetings, but you can see the colors, really pretty lines. Sorry, this is from Simple Stories. Why it was stuck in Graphic 45, but this is one of the little make and takes I made with them with the school line. All right, sorry, that's like totally not the same as Graphic 45, but it was stuck in there. Okay, what else do I got? All right, I think I saved the best for last. All right, so for those that have hung in there, we are now going to go with Spellbinders. All right, now remember, I had a whole day with Spellbinders at the show, so we do have lots to show you. All right, first, we have a new tool. All right, this is called My Turn for the Platinum 6. All right, so we're gonna have this as a demo in the store. All right, we'll have a full-fledged video for this as well. And I know a lot of you can relate when you use your Platinum 6 machine that sometimes with the 3D embossing folders, it's very tight, it's very hard. Your machine starts kind of moving. You don't have another. You almost need another hand when you're turning. This is a foldable extended handle, and it's all of the physics of this, and it just makes the turning like it just goes like butter. Like it just
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry. My phone ran out of juice. That's how long our video was. Let me know if you can still hear me. It's going to have a little delay, but let's see if you can still hear me. All right. Can you hear me? Now I'm on my iPad right now. Thank goodness I did my makeup. All right, so my phone ran out of juice. So now I'm gonna have to do this Vanna White style. So hopefully you can hear me. We'll continue on. I have 40% on my iPad, so I think we're okay. So I think I do need to sit down though. All right, now I'm gonna look like a little toddler. You can just see my head, but let me see what I can do here. Okay, so let's go back to this. So this is all about the physics, and it's you attach this to your machine, and it's going to make the turning of the handle really easy. All right, it's going to be something that needs to be demoed, and it's going to be something that you want to try, but you are not going to be disappointed. I tried it and I was like, holy crap, like I could not believe that how you extend a handle a little bit ch- just changes it. It's crazy. So these are coming in. They'll be here on tomorrow. On Friday, right? Yeah. And you guys are going to want this. So this is the whole kit. It's going to come with the extended handle, and it's going to come with the foam handle as well, which is a little bit cushier in your hand. You can get this by itself, but honestly, you're going to want to try this. So I will demo this on Fun Friday when we do get them in. It won't be this Friday because our order will come in later in the afternoon, but definitely next Friday I'll do a live video. And then if someone is here in the store at that time, I'm gonna videotape them using it, and you'll see their reaction. All right, that's how much it's a game changer. All right. So I know a lot of you struggle with turning the Platinum 6 with certain products like the 3D embossing folders. Game changer. All right. So again, that is the foldable extendable handle. All right. Woo, really new. Okay. The other thing, and I know I've already announced this and such, but I do have the actual die here now. Ours are on pre-order. But this is, I wanted to show you up close and personal this the die, and these are Sharon scissors. All right. So these are the dies that we had made in honor of our dear friend Sharon, owner of Buffalo Stamps and Stuff, who suddenly passed away earlier this year from a heart attack. Proceeds of the die will be donated to the American Heart Association, which is really important for us women. All right. And we have something planned coming up. So I need everyone to mark it on their calendar right now or write it down. October 25th. We are doing something special in terms of what Sharon loved to do is fussy cutting, but bringing more awareness not only to our industry, but to women's heart health. And I think it's really important for women to know and understand the symptoms of a heart attack and such. All right. So mark it down. More information is coming, but I'm in collaboration with a few others to develop this movement. And I'm really excited to be part of this and being able to collaborate on projects such as this. All right. So these are up for order for Sharon. And they are fussy cutting scissor dies. All right. So they're going to make those lovely little fussy cutting scissors that are from Spellbinders. And then the little holes where your fingers would go are little hearts. All right. So just a lovely little decorative pair. And like I said, they're up for pre-order now. So there is the physical die. So we'll have them here if you want to take a look at them. But they won't be arriving until August. All right. So all right, and thank you to everyone that's ordered them already. We have been overwhelmed with orders, but I was talking to Jessica as well, Sharon's daughter, and they have been flooded with orders. So that does my heart good knowing that. So thank you to everyone for honoring Sharon and being a part of that. Okay, so Spellbinders is a very generous company when it comes to doing a class with them. And they're just wonderful to work with. So we did an exclusive class with an upcoming release. This will not be coming out until I think August. But I chose not to do this one. All right. And you'll understand why. Okay. Let me just show you the samples. Now, you gotta love cuckoo clocks. All right. So I know a lot of you love cuckoo clocks. But this was an exclusive class. All right. Here are the samples. it was just so much die cutting. And after doing 4 days of classes, I just couldn't bring myself to get all this die cutting done. But basically, there is a base cuckoo clock, and then you get themed add-ons. All right, so they're super cute, and maybe in my spare time, I might get them done. All right, but there are, I want to say 4. There is a fall one, and a Halloween one, and then the Cuckoo Cottage. I think that's the base die, and then the Chiming Christmas one. They're super cute. They are, but it was a lot of die cutting, and I chose not to do it. I'm being honest with you all. But anyways, so that is coming up in August. So I figure I have from now until August to get them done. That's like a whole month. So okay. All right, we're gonna jump into Hero Arts because Hero Arts and Spellbinders are like sister companies. So Hero Arts is on the top. All right, so we've got this lovely die coming in. All right, this is a hydrangea. And at first when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, all those pieces. But it's actually very easy to put together, and I love how big it is. It fills your A2 card. We did a watercolor background on there, but look how lovely that is. Now I did opt not to put the little black circles in the inside of these little florals there, but I thought gems would be a nice alternative. All right, so I still have to do that. All right, so that isn't that beautiful? I just love that, and I think it'd be really fun to do that in pinks and purples, and those shimmering metallic watercolors from Deco Time. When we get them back in, that would be beautiful on top as well, which they will be here in a couple of weeks, just in case everyone was wondering. They will be, but hydrangea is beautiful. We will have that here by Friday. This is one of those layering stamps from Hero Arts. Again, it is hydrangeas. And what I love about this, it doesn't matter what order of the stamps you do. All right. You could start with the inside of the hydrangea, then move to the leaves. It all works out because of the alignment of them, which is really cool. So that is really pretty. I love hydrangeas. They're so, so pretty. All right. This one here is, again, and all these, I think these are all, no, this is an August release. This one here is really cool. There's a die set. All right. And then there's a stencil set. Very graphic. But this is from Hero Arts. You can tell that's a Hero Arts style there. But so pretty. I love the colors. All right. So there is that. Oh, this is the showstopper, everyone. Is this showstopper? All right. So nutcrackers are a big thing. All right. So there is a stamp and die set from Hero Arts coming out. All right. All right. So there it is with all the wonderful little sayings. Some of these sayings are so much fun. Son of a nutcracker, it's Christmas. Let's have it cracking Christmas. Nutcracker is my favorite season. No pecan till Christmas. Love it. Hope your holiday is all it's cracked up to be. Are just some of the fun little sayings on this one. But that's what he looks like when he's all done, which I think is cool. We just watercolored him. Simple background. All right, so there's that. But here's the showstopper, everyone. I don't know where my card is. Ah, I thought I lost it. Oh my gosh. All right, take a look at this guy. All right, interactive card from Hero Arts. Oh, it's a nutcracker. Okay, my teeth are not, there we go. There we go. He's sliding now. All right. So look how awesome this is. And really simple to do. So this is the Nutcracker interactive die. We'll create the front of this panel with the moving mechanism. But rumor has it that Spellbinders is going to continue creating different things with this kind of mechanism. All right. So like it'd be really cool to have a monster. There's so many different things that you could have with this. I thought a Dracula would be really cool if it had fangs, right? Like, and we were having lots of fun in the class when we were doing this. Like we figured, we could put little diamonds on his teeth, bling them up, and but Really, really fun, fun little interactive cards. So we'll be sure. Well, you can tell me, would this be a class you would like to learn about, or do it on a What's Up Wednesday? But it's very fun to play with, as you can see. I just continue just cracking some nuts there. But I just love that. And that's called Big Mouth Nutcracker, which I thought was really, really sweet and fun. All right. Another thing from this is beautiful. And this will be here on Friday, this set. This is from Hero Arts, and this is kind of a seashell collection. So there is a layered die set to make these wonderful layered seashells. Some of them have 2 layers, some of them have 3 layers, but really, really awesome. All right. There is a lovely stamp set that coincides with this, with lovely sentiments. Here is another sample with that. Again, those layered seashells. We have the stamp. And then the background is actually a better press plate that's been foiled. It is stunning. Let me just see if I can get this. But it's been foiled in gold. No, rose gold. Rose gold. It's beautiful. What a great card. I love that card. And then here's another one where we used that plate and we better pressed it in that teal. We've offset it on the front of our card and then put some seashells on there. All right. So, oh, it's so, so pretty. Love it. I just love it. All right. So that's a new seashell collection coming out from Hero Arts, and we will have that. And it's like dies, stamps, and a press plate in that collection. All right. And that's going to be available now. This next collection I'm going to show you is called Yana's City Holiday. So Yana is a designer, and she does such lovely work with Spellbinders. Very detail orientated, and this class almost killed me. It was a lot of die cutting on this one card, but when it's done, it's beautiful. I'll show you last. All right, but she does have a beautiful registration press plate. All right, so it says happiest of holidays. I just realized I never finished the card. There's supposed to be some greenery on top of there, but this is a press plate. All right, so you can do the 3 different colors on that one. And then I love this one, the little crackers. All right. So this is all one die in this. All right. So you're going to get the components to make the crackers. You have greenery and foliage. You've got the little beaded garland. You got the bows. Everything is there. All right. So, and really easy to put together. All right. So there's that one. And then this is a card that nearly killed me. Oops. Let's put it upside, right side up. All right. So it makes this beautiful little house front. All right. We've got the lovely picture window there and the door and all the lovely little arched windows that have curtains and bows. And you've got all the sills. So it did take me a lot to die cut this. All right. I'm not going to lie. I might have been a tad bit grumpy after this class, and I apologize to my classmates. But this nearly killed me. But it's beautiful. There is an option of a dog or a cat. I chose the cat. But when it is all done, it's gorgeous. It was just a long way to get there. That's one of these special cards, right? So, yeah. This is a better press plate from her new collection as well. Very lovely script on there and fine. I love it. All right, so there is that one. All right, so that's from Yana's new collection. That will not be available until August. All right, then we have, and this is a little sneaky peek for anyone that's in the Christmas Kickstart. All right, so take a look. Oh, look how pretty that is. All right, so the lovely die here that makes this bow and the little foliage and such is part of the Christmas Kickstart. Yes, it is. So if you have not signed up for Christmas Kickstart, do it, because you're going to get that fantastic die in there. Look at that. This is my favorite one. All right, so let me just see if I have a picture of the actual die. I do not, because we always don't get prototypes. But the die itself will come with the bow. all right, and the long tails. It comes with the poinsettia and the foliage. Everything you see there minus the sentiment, all right? So that is the die that is in the Christmas Kickstart. So if you have not signed up for Christmas Kickstart, what are you waiting for? All right, you're going to get that die in there, all right? So but these are the ones that I created. Lots of layers on them, really effective. I love the color choices that it shows too. Here is the black version, all right? And that bow, when you layer it together, creates a kind of frame, which is kind of cool. On the background, if I get the right light there, that's a new Snowflake Better Pressed plate that's been foiled. So it's black foil on black cardstock, which is a really dramatic background. All right, so there's that. The little sentiments on there are new press plates, my new favorite press plate for Christmas. There are 4 sentiments on there. This one here, Joyful Noel. Then we have Merry and Bright, and I forget what the other 2 are. Are they in here? Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, I lied. There's 5. Okay, so you have Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings, Joyful Noel, Warm Winter Wishes, and Merry and Bright. So if I put this way, oh, it's the right way for you guys. All right, so there's the press plate, and it's one of those one and dones. All right, so you press it once, and then you die cut it once, and then you have 5 verses done or sentiments done. So that's my new favorite, and that is just absolutely stunning. And then the last one I'm going to show you, this here is that Snowflake press plate. It's been pressed on better pressed paper with black ink, so you can see the fine lines on there, beautiful, and with a mix of pinks and golds and reds and blacks on there, which is very beautiful. All right. So again, that die is in the Christmas Kickstart. Okay, next collection. I told you I had lots from Spellbinders. This is a very cute collection. All right, so we have caroling snowmen. All right, look how sweet they are. All right, so there are 3 different snowmen styles on this die set. You can use them together or you can use them individually. All right, so super cute. Comes with a little songbook there as well. So very playful. Did a nice little inky background in the background. This one here is the Santa's mug. Super fun. And there's lots of different elements in this one. So you can create the Santa's mug, but then you have all these great elements that you can stick in there. You do have the whipped cream to make it like hot cocoa and such, but then you have the tree, ooh, my little stars bent over, ornaments, presents in there as well. So really playful. There's that Warm Winter Wishes, a press plate sentiment. All right, I love the colors on this one, playful. And then this one here is the Christmas tree press plate. Now I was given a challenge, and I'm taking her up on it. This will be developed into a class. And the challenge was to incorporate this with the twinkling lights from a pear tree blossom. So we're going to do that in the class. So this will be a class where you'll get the press plate in there. We'll have different techniques. I love the little technique that we did in the background here to create the background paper. We'll do some watercoloring, some fun coloring, as well as incorporating some twinkling lights on there. All right, so you can stay tuned for that one. All right, this is what it looks like when it's pressed in black and white. We had a little whoopsie on there, so I had to do it again, but it is very pretty. It's like a little sketchy tree, like it looks like it's been hand sketched. All right, not scary sketchy. So that was from that collection, and that is available coming in Friday. All right, we're getting to the end here, guys. And then I just have a couple of announcements, and then we'll be done because, oh my gosh, like we're on the 2-hour mark. I told you it was going to be a long one. All right, take a look at this sweet card. Oh, so sweet. All right, so this is going to be a brand new layering die set that's got this lovely little scalloped, and then the layering rectangles that go on top. It's a Lisa Horton one that's coming later on in August. These lovely little layered bells are a part of it. All right, everything you see here is from the same die set, except for the Merry and Bright. That's from that press plate. But how sweet is that? All right. So I am hoping for those that were in the was it the Christmas Kickstart last year? Remember we had a die similar, but it had the eyelets around here. I'm hoping they work together because I know a lot of you bought that eyelet one. And if they work together, I'm going to be one happy lady. All right. So I'll stay tuned. But I love that. Okay. All right. New wax seals, mini wax seals. And look at this fun little snowflake embellishment. You know those pop-up butterflies that Spellbinders has? They now have all these beautiful pop-up snowflakes. All right. They're really, really fun. And the little mini wax seals fit right into them. There are 3 new wax seals for Christmas time. One says for you, one is a snowflake, and I can't remember what the other one is, but it's super cute and just a fun little embellishment. So there is a couple of new things from Spellbinders. Then there's a whole little kind of country Christmas line coming out, and this is our little country snowman. All right. So you've got the cowboy hat and the kerchief and the broom. He's got other things. There's a bird feeder and birds that go with him as well. But he's super cute, isn't he? So that's a new line that's coming out as well. This is a new autumn line that's going to, I think this coordinates with a Simple Stories line. But I love these trees. I love the colors we used on there. The sentiment is a press plate. All right. This is an August release, so we will be getting them. All right. Yes, I think it was a stocking wax seal too. Thanks, Jackie. I think you're correct on that. I have the catalog here now. I could check. But love these trees. All right. So there is that. And then we have, oh, look at this. Now this little postage stamp is something, this is one of those 3D cut and emboss sets. This is going to fit in your Scout or your regular machine as well. We have something special planned for this, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But this is going to cut and emboss at the same time. And that's what the rectangle creates, this little postage stamp. Now, this little penguin on the inside is a rub-on. Yes, a rub-on from Spellbinders. Again, we have something planned really cool with that. But they're coming. Not till August, but they'll be here. All right. So I cannot wait. These rub-ons are just so cute. The Merry Christmas is that press plate again. All right. Okay. I think that is it from Spellbinders. I just want to double check. Only a little bit longer, guys, and then I'm going to call it quits before my iPad runs out because I'm now at 26%. So, all right. So we do have the new Spellbinders Christmas catalog. I'm not going to go through it. I will go through it maybe when we get the new release in on Friday. So that means maybe next week or maybe tomorrow on Happy Hour. I might. We'll see how much time I have. But there's some really fun stuff coming in. Some strong stuff for July and August. All right. So we'll just wait until Happy Hour tomorrow, as well as the hero arts. All right. We've got some nice, beautiful imagery in there. All right. Let's finish this off this evening with a bang. All right. So we have 2 events to announce. All right. So I know I've had already a few inquiries about our Jolly Palooza. Now, Jolly Palooza is an annual event where we make Christmas cards with a box kit from Spellbinders. All right. So this year, the Spellbinders box kit is called Merry Moments. So I'm introducing our Merry Moments Jolly Palooza. All right. So this is already on our website. So if you want to register, you can. If it's a little early for you to register, but you know that you want to do it, just call the store. We'll put your name on the list and we'll require payment by September 1st. All right. So just give you a little break on your wallet. But this is a full day event and you can do this in person or online. So it's going to feature the new Merry Moments box kit from Spellbinders. It has, let me tell you what it has in there. It has 13 A2 cards with matching envelopes, 12 5x7 cards with matching envelopes. It has 14 sheets of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, 4 sheets of 8.5 by 11 foil paper, 1 6 by 6 inch pattern paper pad, so it has 40 sheets in it. It has die cut shapes. It has chipboard embellishments. It has a sticker sheet. It has a clear stamp set. It has wax seal embellishments, and they are beautiful. I've seen them. It has sequins, and then it's got foam stickers, foam squares, and adhesive tape. And then, so you get your box kit, and then you can come play with Michelle and I on Saturday, October 18th. And we will be making 16 cards that day. 8 from Michelle, 8 from myself, and then we will have 9 additional inspirational cards to show you as well. All right. It's always a fun day. It is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and you can either do it in person or online. All right. So registration is open for that as of now. It's up on the website. $88 for the day event. And we always have some prizes and such and make it a day of it. So that is up. More information is on the website. But our Merry Moments Jolly Palooza is now available. Number 1. All right. The next one is what we're calling the North Pole Demo Express Day. Me and my names, I know. So this all came about talking with other store owners, as well as when I did my Fun Friday for Better Press a couple weeks ago. A lot of you said it was really great to have that kind of demonstration and having it at the demo bar and just either learning it, seeing it for the first time, or revisiting it. So I thought, it would be a really fun day if we had a day where we had some of these products like Better Press or Glimmer Machine and wax seals that you've seen me do, but you've never had to try. So we're going to have this day, and it won't be held at our store. It'll just be around the corner from our store. And we're going to sell you tickets. And these tickets will then enable you to go to 8 different stations where you can try and demo a product. But you're going to make a card at each of the stations. So at the end of the day, if you do all 8 stations, you are going to have 8 cards. And of course, they're going to be Christmas cards. All right. So let me just read the write-up and then we can talk details and then wrap up. So all aboard the North Pole Demo Express, your ticket to a full day of creativity, fun, and festive inspiration. Join us for this magical one-day event where you'll visit 8 creative stations, each featuring a unique product or tool demo designed to spark your holiday card-making spirit. At every stop, you'll create a beautiful Christmas card using the featured technique or product. Whether it's a fresh tool, a fun new medium, or a clever trick, each station offers a mini hands-on demo with expert tips and guidance. Don't forget to get your event ticket stamped at each station as you complete your projects. Once it's full, you'll be entered into our grand prize draw. Perfect for all levels of crafters, from beginners to seasoned makers. This event is designed to get you inspired, connect with fellow creatives, and kick off your holiday crafting in the most joyful way. Limited spots are available for this. Reserve your seat on the Demo Express today. All right, so that's my fun little write-up on that. But it's going to be a fun day. So we're going to have Better Press. We're going to have glimmer foiling. We're going to have wax seals. We're going to have layered stencils. We're going to have stencil butter. We are going to have layered washi tape. We're going to have, I don't know. I always pick the last one. Oh, embossing powders. All right. So these are all kind of fun little products and all that. Some of you may know how to use them. Some of them maybe you were a little scared to, but this is your day to come and try them out. All right. So tickets are $45. That's going to give you 8 cards with hands-on techniques, and you pick when you're going to go. We're going to offer it on Saturday, September 6th. All right. So that's the day where our North Pole Demo Express will happen. And it'll be between the hours of 9 and 4. There's no schedule. You build your own schedule. We all know that everyone crafts at different speeds, so we don't want to rush you. You just drop in, you go to a station, you do your thing, you move to another station. All right. The goal is to get all 8 in there. All right. If you get your ticket stamped with all 8 stations, you're going to be entered into a grand prize. All right. So I think it's going to be a fun event, and it's just a way of re-educating and educating you and having you try a hands-on product and technique and it's going to be lots of fun. So for more information, you can go on our website, www.stamplicity.ca. All the information is there. It's going to be really, really fun. I was talking to the staff about it, and they're also excited about it. It's fun. So 2 new events, Jolly Palooza and North Pole Demo Express Day is happening. So you can check them out on the website. All right, guys, that is it for me. All right. So thank you for sticking with me for 2.5 hours. My husband's probably wondering where I am. But I do appreciate your time listening to my Vegas adventures and what I did in Vegas. I do appreciate all your comments on what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought should be a class and such. I will take that all into account as I plan and order. I do appreciate all your input. All right. So that's it for me tonight, everyone. Thanks for watching live. Thanks for watching on the rewatch. And just a reminder, tomorrow at 9 a.m., we are doing a Thrifty Thursday bonus buy. All right. So, and it's July. So we're going to do Christmas in July, everyone. So, okay. So, Lauren, yes, you missed a lot. You missed 2.5 hours of goodness. So, all right. So we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. And just a reminder, tomorrow is also happy hour at 3 p.m. where we're going to show you the new 49 and Market products. And we will also walk through the Spellbinders and Hero Arts Christmas catalog because we want to kick off July. So until then, everyone, have yourself a wonderful sleep. It's bedtime almost. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.